everybody? Welcome back to TD Fins Talk. Guys, man, this is Victory Monday, guys. That's what we call it. Every time we win, when we come here on Monday, it is Victory Monday. We got our first W, the Miami Dolphins versus the Tennessee Titans. Man, we shut down all the hating right away on that one. All the Tennessee haters, they had nothing to say when it was all over, guys. If you join me on the live stream, I appreciate you sticking in there with me, hanging in there with me. We were live streaming for about 8 hours straight. We did not go anywhere. Even with the weather delays, we still live streamed the reaction, and we had an enjoyable time here with Fins Nation, guys. So look out for the Jets game. I'll be live streaming, so don't forget about that. Come join us, TD Fins Talk. We have a party over here, baby. We enjoy ourselves. We watch the game, we talk about the game, and we get hyped for our team. So if you didn't join, you really missed out, but don't miss out on this Jets game, because we're going to need everybody, boots on their feet, ready to roll, all right? Now, as usual, like I said, this is Victory Monday. So during Victory Monday, we go over the analysis of the first game. We give the good, bad, the pretty, and the ugly in the analysis, okay? So let's break it down. It's a lot to talk about, but I want to get right into it so that we can discuss our team, what we need to do better going forward, what we need to continue to do, and what were the highlights of the game that we should look forward to long term, okay? But before I even get started, I just want to go ahead and name my offensive and defensive and special team players of the week, okay? All right, so we're going to start on offense, guys. All right, now, some of you all may disagree with this. And by the way, I want you in the comment section to give me your offensive player of the week, your defensive player of the week, and your special teams player of the week. But without further ado, let me go ahead and give my awards to those who respectfully deserved it. Now, some of these awards are going to be shared, guys. I don't like sharing awards myself, so I'll be honest with you. But some of these awards are going to be shared, okay? We're going to start with offense, okay? All right, guys. It is very easy to say, it's almost like everybody can guess who's the offensive player of the week, okay? But this is going to be a shared award. Number one, I'm giving the first offense award to Kenny Stills, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Kenny Stills. He won this week's TD's Fins Talk Offensive Player of the Week. Kenny Stills only had 4 catches, guys, but that equated to 106 yards, an average of 26.5 yards. He had a 75-yard bomb, a beautiful bomb, might I add, from Ryan Tannehill. Perfect pass in stride. It couldn't have been any better, guys. And Kenny came down with the catch and ran the rest of the yards in for the touchdown. That's what Miami Dolphins fans have been missing for a long time, and it was a beautiful thing to watch. Not only did he have that touchdown, but he also had a second touchdown. Well, it was his first one, actually, the shorter touchdown for about 10 yards on the right side of the field, a quick in and out route where he went in for the touchdown, dove for the pylon. So Kenny Stills is the first offensive player of the week. He gets the first award, guys. Shout out Kenny Stills. Thanks for putting in all that hard work and effort. We appreciate it, my dude. All right, now the second award, guys. The second award, no, it's not going to Ryan Tannehill, okay? Despite the fact that Ryan Tannehill had a good game, in my opinion, he had a good game, despite the 2 errors, but he does not win the Offensive Player Award, okay? The second Offensive Player Award goes to the offensive line. The offensive line, man. Guys, Tannehill on average in his first 4 years, each year he averaged about, 46 sacks a game? I mean, a season. 46 sacks a season puts you at almost, just a little under 4 sacks a game, okay? Yesterday, he only had 1 sack, and it was late in the game for a -8 yards, okay? 1 sack. The only time Tannehill got sacked, okay? The offensive line looked amazing. The offensive line is what's going to make our team a Super Bowl caliber team, guys. Tannehill had time to throw the ball back in the pocket. Look at, I mean, he was just patient the entire time. thanks to the offensive line, guys. We have to give a shout out to Jay Sitton, man. Jay Sitton, baby. Guys, Juwan James. They did their thing, man. Jesse Davis did his thing. Jesse Davis, the only question mark we had. The only question mark we had. Daniel Kilgore balled out. Laramie Tunsil held his own with 2 penalties, but he took care of business in protection, guys. The offensive line looked like a thing of beauty. The past is the past. It just feels so good that we can somewhat look forward to the future. Hopefully we just keep this up. It's the offensive line. Give them credit. It's easy to see the touchdowns and the amazing plays, and nobody want to recognize what allowed all that stuff to develop. What allowed Tannehill to be under center and say, "Hi." Beautiful play action to Kenyon Drake. Fake. No handoff. Look deep. Kenny Stills. Those deep plays take time to develop. And he had a pocket around him where he can wait for it to be right where it needed to be and throw that bomb. Touchdown. Longest play, guys. 75 yards to Kenny Stills for the touchdown. Come on, offensive line. Man, you and Kenny Stills share the offensive award for the week. Beautiful job, guys. Beautiful job. Dolphin fans, we are proud of you. Keep up the hard work, guys, all right? Now, let's move on to defense. The defensive players of the week, guys. Also a shared award. See, when we do so well, it's hard to just give it to one person when everybody's balling. But there's 2 people we have to give this award to. Number 1, Rashad Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Rashad Jones coming down with 2 interceptions. Big time tackles. 2 interceptions and got great return yards. And big time. When I say big time tackles, it was one play where he hit the hole, hit his man, picked him up, and dunked him for a loss on a huge 3rd down play. Beautiful work, man. Rashad Jones, kudos, my dude. You earned it. You earned it. You've been balling like that, but you starting the season off the right way, all right? The second Defensive Player Award for TD Fans Talk goes to none other than number 11, Minkah Fitzpatrick, ladies and gentlemen. Minkah Fitzpatrick balled out. And I don't even know why I said number 11. Number 29. Minkah's 29. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Minkah is number 29. He balled out. Minkah was everywhere in the first half. In the first half, it was the Minkah show. It was the Minkah show. 3rd and 3. They get a pass off. Minkah, speed, getting there, making the tackle for the stop. 4th down. They in the red zone. They go for it on 4th down. Literally, this was beautiful. Minkah, literally, they on 4th down. The play done started. There's a guy in front of Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the other guy behind him catches the ball, can run in for the easy touchdown. Minkah swim the guy, get off of me, went in and made the big tackle to stop a touchdown on 4th down. Turnovers on downs. Minkah, pass going his way, bat it down. Minkah, quick pass completion, let me get there. Tackle, can't get that 1st down. Minkah was everywhere in the first half, y'all. Come on. If y'all saw the game, you know what time it is. Minkah balled out. They got it right drafting him at the 11th pick. That's where 11 come from. I don't know why I said he's number 11. He's number 29. He was drafted 11 in the 1st round in the 2018 draft, okay? 2018 draft. Minkah Fitzpatrick, man, kudos, my dude. You balled out yesterday. You earned your keeps. You earned your keeps big time, okay? Now, let's move it on to special teams. All right, guys, this is a shared award as well. Now, when I say shared, I didn't want to share it, but we got to give our boy some kudos because at the end of the day, he didn't let us down, so that's why I'm sharing this award. It's going to get a little tougher as time goes, but the first award goes to Jason Sanders. Give it up for Jason Sanders. He was 100% on his field goals, 2 for 2, and his extra points. Jason Sanders, ladies and gentlemen, the 3 extra points. He accounted for 9 points total. Jason Sanders put up 9 points. If we don't give the kickers enough credit, guys, those 9 points are huge. Let's call a spade. Missing one of those field goals could have altered the whole complexion of the game. Jason Sanders, shout out for being a rookie kicker who took care of business for the Miami Dolphins. More of that to come. We're looking forward to it, man. More of that to come. Congratulations, good game, man. But the real three-headed monster on the special teams that showed up and showed out, Jakeem Grant. Boy, this man took back a 101-yard kickoff return to the house. When he hit the hole, there were 3 Titans that could have made a tackle, but he hit the Jets, and there were no catching him after that. There was no catching this man. This man hit that hole. I'm telling you, the whole defense was coming, and there were at least about 3 or 4 defenders in front of him that if they would have had his speed, he would have been tackled. He hit that hole and didn't look back. He gave them every bit of the gas he could, and they could not catch up nor touch him. Jakeem Grant, touchdown, wasn't even touched. Special teams player of the week, guys. Shout out to my Miami Dolphins, getting it done over the Tennessee Titans, 27-20. And overall, let me give a shout out to the head coach, Adam Gase. Adam Gase. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Gase. All this talk about, oh, Gase does this, Gase does that, short passes, this and that and this. Gase told y'all in preseason, there's more to the playbook. I'm not going to release everything for everybody. I am not going to release everything to everybody in preseason. And and guess what everybody said in the comment section? Guess what everybody said in the comment section? Yeah, same of the old stuff. We're going to get in the regular game. It's going to be bubble screens, 2-yard passes, this, that, and this. And I've been telling y'all, trust it, this is the team. He gonna do so much more. He got the weapons. And what happened? Guys, we had a balanced team. Come on. Y'all telling me I'm wrong? Hold on. I got the stats here. We had a balanced team, y'all. A balanced team. Receiving, we had 230 yards, y'all. 230 yards receiving. Rushing, 120 yards. Y'all may not understand, but that's balance. That's balance. Especially with that Kenny Steele 75-yard pass, that's balance, guys. We had a perfect attack on them. His play calling was amazing. We saw new plays we never seen the Dolphins run. They had somewhere the running back was going this way, the slot receiver came under, got the ball, all kind of stuff. We almost saw the Wildcat offense. Tannehill went out to the left. Albert Wilson in the backfield with a running back. I think it was Drake. We saw the Wildcat. And they didn't run it because they were getting the lineup mixed up. So they called the timeout. But we got a lot of wrinkles. 4 receivers to the right. Empty backfield. Spread out wide. I formation. 1 receiver. 2 tight ends. 2 receivers. All type of different formations. I ain't used to seeing this with my Dolphins. Adam Gase, you know what he talking about. He done opened up the repertoire, baby. He done opened it up. We were dinking and dunking them all over the field. I think we had like 2, 3, 4, no more than 5 bubble screens. There's been games I've seen 15 freaking bubble screens. I don't think we had more than 4, guys. I don't think we had more than 4. I do not think we had more than 4. We still had some short passes, but guess what? Kenny Steele caught one behind the line, got like 9 yards from it, 8 yards or something like that. Albert Wilson catching him. He is so much more. Him and Amendola, I keep telling y'all keep talking about this Jarvis Landry thing. If you saw the game yesterday, you should have Jarvis Landry out of your system. He should not be running through your blood anymore. You should have a good feeling on what the Dolphins actually did and why they were smart for doing it. Albert Wilson's gonna take Devontae Parker's job if he keep on getting injured. Albert Wilson's going to be out there. Albert Wilson got in the backfield as a running back. Albert Wilson was in the slot. Albert Wilson was in the out wide. Albert Wilson was doing everything. Every formation on the man, you've seen Albert Wilson. And the crazy thing is he rushed the ball twice. He ran the ball twice, guys. He ran the ball 2 times. He was in the backfield. Crazy, man. We were doing all kind of stuff. What, he had 3 receptions for 31 yards? And somebody like, oh, that's it. No. We were so balanced across the field. Everybody got the ball. Everybody was getting the ball. It wasn't a case of, oh, who's the star, who's the number 1, and all this and that. I know Kenny Stills had 106 yards. Take away that 75-yard touchdown, everybody was getting the ball. Everybody had between 20, 30, 40 yards. It was just spread out. It was no favoritism like, oh, you're my number 1 target. I'm going to keep on going to you. Kenny Stills didn't even have the most targets. He only had 5 targets. Matter of fact, he was probably 3rd or 4th on the team with targets. You know, I got the numbers right here. Let me see. Kenny Stills was targeted 5 times. Jakeem Grant was targeted 7 on the receptions. Amendola was targeted 6. Wilson and Drake were targeted 4 times. Kenny Stills was targeted the 3rd most. They had the most yards. Just any given week. Whoever get that big play. We're not having favoritism anymore. It's no more, give me the ball, I want the ball. No, it's who's open, we throw it to you, let's go win ball games. Let's go win ball games. Let's stop playing these politics. This team is not built for politics. It is not built for politics, y'all. That's, you know what, that brings me to a good segue. That's a good segue into what I want to talk about, okay? The balance. I'm going to show y'all something. This is proof right here, okay? Now remember, I want y'all to keep in mind, we got rid of Pouncey's big salary. We ain't got to worry about reading up on that. We got rid of Sue's humongous salary. We got rid of Jarvis Landry, what he wanted. And we got rid of Janjai early because we know what he was going to want. All right? Think about it. Those 4 players, that was the heart and soul of the Miami Dolphins, according to all the fans who missed them. That was the heart and soul. Mike Pouncey, Jay Ajayi, Jarvis Landry, and Dominican Sue. All big names. That was y'all heart and soul. Heart and soul. But let me guess, because I don't know the exact salaries, but I'm going to go out on them 20, 30, 35, 45, 55. That was probably almost $55 to $60 million right there. $55 to $60 million. Let's be honest. Think about it. Put it together. $55 to $60 million. Guess what we got for that, guys? We got Albert Wilson. We got Danny Amendola. We got the offensive line that we need. Kilgore, Sitton. Guys, we got more defensive rushers. Depth. Quinn and depth in the line. More depth. We got more forward that's going to contribute. Let me give you the percentages, guys. Some of y'all may not know this. Matter of fact, let me say something that's actually going to be going underrated. You're going to hear all kind of Dolphins analysis and this and that, but it's one thing most people not even going to mention, and I'm going to go ahead and mention it right now. Did y'all see any injuries on that field yesterday? Other than one of our players getting the wind knocked out of him, got up and was eventually okay. Did y'all see any injuries? No injuries, baby. No major injuries, nothing crazy. We escaped game 1, ready to go into the next one. Yeah, they probably sore and bruised and beat up right now, but they got the week for that. The first long game, but you know what? Matter of fact, those delays might even help some of that bruising and stuff. They were in that locker room probably taking care of themselves. But let me show y'all something that stood out to me. The offensive line. They played so great, man. But watch this. Laramie Tunsil played 100% of the snaps at 62%. Juwan James, 100% of the snaps, 62 snaps. 100% of them he played. Jesse Davis, 100%, all of them. Kilgore, 100%, played every snap. Sitton, 100%, played every snap. If Pouncey was here, he wouldn't have played every snap. Come on, y'all. He would have not have played in every snap. Matter of fact, he would have probably got 2 of the other ones hurt. Come on, let's call it what it is. Ryan Tannehill, 100% of the snaps. And Ryan Tannehill took a few hits, but stood up like a man. He took them. He took them hits, baby. He took them. Let's keep going. Wide receiver. The only offensive player to play large minutes. Kenny Stills, 95% of the game. He's our number one. We know that. We know that. He played 95% of the game, y'all. Tight end AJ Derby, technically he was the starter over Gesicki. Okay? He played 74% of the snaps. Kenyon Drake, 74% of the snaps. Danny Amendola, 73% of the snaps. Albert Wilson, 55% of the snaps. Jakeem Grant, 40% of the snaps. Gesicki, 34% of the snaps. Gore, 29% of the snaps. Y'all may wonder, if Drake played 74, how could Gore play 29? Shouldn't it be the other 26 instead of 29? There were times both of them were on the field. There were packages where both of them was on the field. You didn't know who was going to get it. Fake it to Gore. Drake was already out for the pass and got him. It was, man, the playbook opened up, y'all. The playbook opened up. Y'all better believe it, man. I'm telling you. Frank Gore, 29%. Tight end Smith, 24%. Bobby McCain even got 2% on offense. It was one play. It was actually the kneel down. You know, they always put a corner or something way back behind Tannehill whenever the victory meet when you're ending the game. So he was in there as well. All right, but here's my point in all that, guys. In that, the receivers don't have to play. Other than Kenny Stills, he played 95. And the only reason the rest of them were in the 70 percentile, when Devontae Parker comes back, all of them are going to move down to about 60%. Even Kenny Stills will probably move down to about 85 instead of 95. We have depth. Not keeping those four guys I mentioned allow us to have depth, guys. These guys ain't got to play every play of the game and still be effective. Where it really shows, though, where it really shows is on defense, guys. Watch this. Let me show y'all something. Now, we already know we had three defensive players that played 100% of the game, and that's pretty much going to be quite often. Xavier Howard at cornerback. We already know that because that's where we need our starters on the field the most, okay? TJ McDonald at safety. We already know that. Minka did not play safety, man. Minka was everywhere. Minka was he played a little. Minka was at the corner. Minka played more nickel than anything. Minka, you might as well say, Minka is the nickel. He is the nickel. Minka was on the field everywhere, but he's the nickel. I saw a man-to-man out there sometimes, one-on-one, as a cornerback. But Minka is the nickel, guys. But Xavier Howard played 100% of the snap, TJ McDonald and Bobby McCain. But Kiko Alonso also played 100% of the snaps. And about Kiko Alonso, guys, let me make this clear, okay? Kiko is always where he needs to be. I'm going to keep on telling y'all that. Kiko as a linebacker, always where he needs to be, and he gets to where he needs to be. But God dog, Kiko, man, we need to do some more tackling drills. You didn't have a bad game. Matter of fact, you had an interception. We appreciate it, man. You balled out. Kiko Alonso played well. Let me get that straight. But it was sometimes you're still missing tackles, buddy. And let me tell you what your problem is. You're not wrapping up. You throwing your body at people. You're not using your hands whatsoever. You coming on runners and just head first. Hopefully I clip them. And sometimes you do, but sometimes they stumble, but keep going. You got to start using those hands. Throw that body, but wrap those hands up. You're throwing your body. You got to make solid tackles like Rashawn Jones did when he came through that hole. Man to man, bam, let's go. That's what you got to do. I know you kind of undersized, Kiko, but you got to sacrifice your body if we're going to go to the Super Bowl. That's what it takes. Ray Lewis and them didn't care. They knew every time they hit somebody, it hurt. But hey, they know it hurt on the other end too. Come on, Kiko. But hey, shout out. You had a good game regardless, all right? Rashawn Jones played 91% of the snaps, okay? Didn't even have to play the full game. Raekwon McMillan, 88%. And the linebackers look good. I don't care what y'all say. I don't even think y'all got nothing to say because the linebackers look good. They were pursuing on the run. Yeah, they got a few dashes here and there, but what offense doesn't? What offense doesn't, y'all? Come on. All right, Minka Fitzpatrick, 64% of the plays. Now, here's where it really shows. All those offseason moves where we got rid of the big-name players, especially in Ndamukong Suh, watch where our money went, okay? Watch this, guys. You're going to be amazed, okay? We know we got some clear-cut starters on the defensive line like Cam Wake and Robert Quinn. But these guys ain't playing the whole game. What, Robert Quinn, 59% of the snaps. He ain't played the whole game. Cameron Wake, 55% of the snaps. They led the defensive snaps. They not playing no freaking 70, 80% of the plays. Why? Because we have depth. And the only reason we have depth is because we get rid of huge contracts like Ndamukong Suh. We don't resign people like Jarvis Landry. We don't take on Pouncey's contract and give him an extension and keep going with those injuries. We don't, man. We don't sit there and keep Ajayi for the rest of the year knowing that since he got the yards that he got and going to the Pro Bowl, he going to demand some top dollars. We don't do that. Especially somebody who don't have no regard as a running back for himself, head first. He going to be in a concussion protocol too often. It's too risky. And he wouldn't gauge his guy. Those are the players that didn't believe in the entire team. They believed in me. I'm great, so let me do what I do. Let me be that superstar. No, that ain't what this team is. That ain't what the Eagles were. Matter of fact, you saw that with Ajayi when he got there. He had to share the ball and stuff. He was just humble because he got traded. Let's call it what it is, man. But the D-line, man, you got Spence only played 52%. William Hayes, 46%. Jay Phillips, 45%. Baker, 43%. Garchaw, 42%. Andre Brents, 42%. Harris, 33%. Vincent Taylor, 26%. Y'all see what I'm talking about? We got depth. None of these guys got to play the whole game. That's why we so fresh out there. Every play or two, guys switch it out. Fresh guys, oh, I got my rest. I can go hard now. These guys were going full speed the whole game. You know how many teams can't go full speed the whole game? Because they need their starters out there even when they dirt tired. Because they don't have depth. On a scale of 1 to 10, their starter is a 10. And their second string is a 6 or a 5 or maybe even a 4. They can't afford that. But not us, baby. We got a team full of 7-8s and a few 9s. That's what the team full of. And that's what we in Super Bowls, y'all. The depth. We got depth. That's what that allows, man. It was beautiful. Ryan Tannehill. Let's talk about Tannehill yesterday, guys. Ryan Tannehill, 20 for 28 with 230 yards. I said Tannehill was going to get over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Well, I actually said he would get 2 touchdowns and 1 rushing. But he got his 2 touchdowns. He didn't get the 300 yards, but we see where he just threw some picks. Like that deep one. That was as good as a punt to me. I think he was just throwing it up, trying to see if something would happen. But hey, Ryan, if you want that MVP season, we already up. You don't need to. Hey, throw it away. Forget people that say, oh, we stalled out. No, that's football. Now, don't get me wrong. At least it was like a 40-yard pass, so it was as good as a punt. But keep your interceptions down because they're going to give you a negative evaluation, not even watching the game, how you manage the game and how well you played. If you saw the game, you know Ryan Tannehill played very well. That underthrown pass to Gesicki, easy fix. Matter of fact, if it was 1 foot higher, Gesicki would at least, if he didn't fall, would have been able to fight for it and possibly would have beat Malcolm Butler because Kenny Stills dusted Malcolm Butler for that deep ball. All right? But his passer rating, 89.9. That's a great passer rating, guys. You know how many people in the league only got a passer rating? Man, it was some trash passer ratings this week. All right, so shout out to Ryan Tannehill coming back from an injury. He took some hits and he did what he needed to do. He controlled the offense. Having time to throw, Tannehill looks good. When he throws that ball, you almost feel like it's going to be a completion. You know how in the past there's certain quarterbacks where they throw the ball and you just cringe. No pick, no pick. Like you hope for it in completion so it don't get picked. But when Tannehill throws that ball, it's almost like you know it's a completion or something crazy happening. We already know, guys. He played an amazing game. A few more stats throughout. Frank Gore, let's talk about the OG. Frank Gore only had 9 carries, guys. He had, and Kenyon Drake had 14, but Gore was able to net more yards than 61 yards, guys. Gore was a beast. But once again, shout out to the offensive freaking line, man. They were making them holes wide as can be for these boys. Gore broke off 1 for 21 yards. The hole was just open. Gore was like, let me hit it and hit it hard. He hit it and then bounced outside for more. The offensive line for run and pass looked great, man. I'm actually impressed. If you saw the game, Dolphin fans, you got to be impressed. You have to be impressed. The offensive line is going to carry us, man. Gosh, Albert Wilson, guys, I'm telling you, Devontae Parker sit out 1 more week. He done lost his starting spot. You heard it here first. If Devontae Parker don't play this week versus the Jets, his starting spot is gone. It's gone. Albert Wilson looked good. Albert Wilson was everywhere. He is multifaceted. He's more crafty. That's why I don't miss Jarvis Landry. He ain't nothing those guys out there on the field couldn't do that Jarvis would have did. Facts. Come on, y'all tell me if I'm lying. Ain't nothing those guys out there on that field couldn't do that Jarvis could. Nothing. Nothing. Look at the offense yesterday. Everybody catching balls. Nothing they could have done better, man. Tannehill even rushed the ball 4 times for 4 yards. Basically 1 yard per. You know, little scrambles here and there, guys. But receiving, we already know Kenny Stills 4 for 106. Jakeem Grant 5 for 38. Grant, man, running those kickbacks, and whenever he comes in the game, he is truly a weapon, y'all. He is truly a weapon. They fear Grant. They fear Grant, y'all. 38 yards, but those were huge 38. Because every time Grant goes out wide, the corner automatically back. Hey, it's funny though, because I was calling it during the live stream. Every time Grant comes on the field and he goes out at wide receiver, he be out there by himself. The defender backs up by 10 to 12 yards every time. It is impossible to play a bump and run with Jakeem Grant. He is the fastest man on the field, probably. It's suicide if you're gonna be playing up on Jakeem Grant. Every time, what did the defense do? They backed up 10 to 12 yards. And what did Jakeem Grant? I think Tannehill and Grant, they were running option plays. If they're back, you're running your little 7-yard slants. If they're up, you burn. I think they run option routes. It's a lot of option routes, and they know at the beginning of the play which one it's going to be. And they backed up 10 to 12 yards, and Jakeem Grant hit him every time. He'll go 7 and cut. Beautiful. Tannehill throwing in the window. Defender here, defender there, defender in the back, right in the window. He hit Kenny Stills on the other side with one of those. They can't, all season, corners are going to have a hard time keeping up with our burners. Even that Kenny Stills bomb, the defender was back 10 to 12 yards. He wasn't up close and got burnt. Kenny ran free for the first 15 yards and caught up to the corner and still got past him. Man, it's going to be tough for the defenses, y'all. Amendola had a solid game, 4 for 26, 6.5 first. He was reliable for those first downs and things like that. Catches we needed to be ahead of the chains. One thing the Dolphins did, we had a lot more manageable third downs. Now, early in the game, Tunsil had that penalty that put us behind. And then the second drive, a huge penalty of holding as well. But Gore bailed us out with that 21-yard run. But later in the game, we had a lot more manageable third downs. That's what it's about. The reason why we be stalling is because of penalties and we move back in the past. But now, after those first 2 penalties, we cut those penalties out. There were like 3 offensive penalties that I remember in the game. They were like crucial. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even crucial, just part of the game that made us either worry a little. But we manageable third down, we good. It's the problem when we're third and 8 plus. I don't like those situations. Okay? But good job, Kenyon Drake, 3 for 18 out of the backfield. He's going to be catching the ball this year. Mike Gesicki had 1 catch, but it was a beauty. Tannehill rolled out. He sat there. He had time, y'all. Then the line started coming. He basically stopped running to the left, squared up his body, threw the ball. Gesicki, with a defender draped over him, got the catch, went down with it, first down. Got up, pumped up. Gesicki's ready, y'all. You're gonna see him as the season goes more and more and more. He had 1 catch for 11 yards, but it's gonna start opening up more and more and more. He had 2 targets. One was that interception. He fell down, giving Butler the easy pick, y'all. Easy pick. But overall, guys, the highlight was the defense. They balled out, y'all. The defense balled out. Now, everybody want to talk about T.J. McDonald, and you know he take bad angles and stuff, but he led the team in tackles. T.J. McDonald led the team in tackles. He had a total of 8 tackles, okay? So we're not even going to get on the man. That means he saved a lot of the days, okay? Rashad Jones had 7, okay? Kiko Alonso has 6. McMillan has 6. Baker has 6. Fitzpatrick has 6. Then it goes down from there. A lot of 4s, guys. But these guys were doing their thing. Tackle for losses all over the field and everything, okay? one thing that concerned me, somewhat concerned me, we didn't get any hits on the quarterback, really, okay? We didn't get any sacks, guys. 0 sacks. 0 quarterback hits. The quarterback was clean, and we still were able to manage. That's huge. So, but we got to get more pressure on the quarterback. There were times where we were rushing 5, y'all, but to no fault of the defense, they threw that ball quick. They threw the ball fast a lot of times, guys. They threw it real fast. So nothing to be alarmed with there. The overall special teams look good. Jason Sanders, like I told y'all earlier, he didn't miss a beat. He took care of us. Jakeem Grant took care of business as well. It was an overall great victory for the Miami Dolphins, guys. But if I'm to give the team a grade, you know, I'm very critical about my Dolphins. I keep it real. I give the team an overall B-. B- yesterday. If you give them any higher than that, then you're just pumped up. That's all it is. They were a B-. Why weren't they a B? Why weren't they a B+? Why weren't they an A-, A, or A+? Simply because, first off, Tannehill had 2 interceptions. That, to me, both of them could have been avoided. So they're easy fixes, but since they weren't fixed, we got to mark down for them, okay? Also, we didn't get at the quarterback. We didn't get a lot of pressure. We still played great as a defense, but we got to get to the quarterback if we're going to be successful this year, okay? So that knocked us down a little, okay? Number 3, our tackling. We didn't do bad. We made tackles, but we got to make it on the first attempt. At the point, do you know how many tackle for losses we could have had? They were behind the line of scrimmage, they broke a tackle and they got 2 or 3 yards. We got to make it at the point of contact, the first point of contact. Tackling, guys, we got to get that done. And last but not least, small little penalties. It wasn't bad. Actually, I would take this amount of penalties every week. It was actually beautiful how many penalties we had because it wasn't much. We got like 3 or 4 that I can remember. I don't even remember how many penalties. Let me see if they even show us that. No, they don't show us the penalties. They don't show us how many penalties were on the team. At least right now. I don't see it here. One more thing here that might show us, alright? Nope, I'll look it up for us though. And I'll bring it up in another video. But we didn't have many. And I'll take that amount of penalties anytime. But again, the penalties that we did have, they could have been corrected. You know, false start, we shouldn't be getting false start penalties. Okay, Laramie Tunsil. Holding on Laramie Tunsil. Now, it was real small. The guy ran past him. He put his arm there, but he actually moved his arm. But it still slowed him down a slight bit. It was a petty little call. But they called it, okay? It is what it is. We got an offsides on Robert Quinn that can be fixed. It's the small little things. And that was a 3rd down. That Robert Quinn offsides, that was a 3rd and 3. That gave him a 1st down. See, those are little things. So I give our team a B-, guys. An impressive B- though. Okay? Some of y'all may be, no, it was an A. It was a good victory. No, because we should have had over 40 points. My prediction was 34-17. Everybody like, you crazy. You done lost your mind. Come on, y'all. Was 34-17 crazy? Tennessee was at 17 till they kicked the 3 at the end, and only so that they could try an offside kick to get another score, which is the smart thing to do versus going for a touchdown and trying to get an offside kick for a field goal. You know? So at the end of the day, the 17 was pretty much kind of spot on. The 34 was spot on. We had 27. You know how many more we should have had? That Tannehill to Gesicki underthrown and Gesicki fell. That series could have been a touchdown. Actually, two other series could have been touchdowns. We actually left points on the board. Let's call it what it is. Dolphins could have been in the 40s in this game. Let's be honest. We made them turn that ball over a lot. Some of them we settled for field goals. So I wasn't crazy, man. I'm telling y'all, Dolphins have a much better offense this year. They could not stop our offense, y'all. Going for it on that 4th down, his foot was out of bounds. Man, that was close. That would have been a scoring drive. We could have kicked the field goal there for 30. You know, so, guys, my prediction was 34-17. It wasn't far off. People said that I was crazy. They said the Dolphins wouldn't even score 10 points. And at max 17. Come on, y'all. Y'all living in the past. Get out of the past mindset. This is a new team. This is our Miami Dolphins. We are here to stay. We're going for the Super Bowl this year, guys. Get behind the team. Let's rally behind the troops. Let's rally behind the troops. We ready, baby. Victory Monday. Miami Dolphins 1-0. New York Jets, we coming. We coming. Join TD Fans Talk for the live stream. We coming, guys. We have fun over here, man. During the game, it's live over here. We watching the game, we having fun. So join TD Fans Talk during every game. Next week, we need everybody on board versus the Jets, because that's a huge victory, guys. Starting out 2-0 and already got a division win. They already got us in the rankings tied with New England, but we on top. We on top. We on top, baby. Let's go. We on top, baby. Let's stay there. And New England struggled. Buffalo got killed. The Jets play tonight. Don't even care, because we're going to kick their behind next week. All right? Guys, this is TD Fans Talk. I appreciate all the love, all the support. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Let's take this journey. We're over 1,000 subscribers. Now we're shooting for 1,500. Let's get there, guys. We can get there, all right? Let's do it together. Peace. I'm out. This TD Fans Talk. Love you guys. I'm out.